Hello readers, today's text is Tarantulas, Giants of the Spider World. Most people are frightened of tarantulas. That's not surprising because they are the biggest spiders in the world. These hairy animals can be as big as your hand and as much as 12 inches wide. The Goliath bird-eating spider is the biggest tarantula. It is found in South America. Even the name tarantula has a frightening history. It comes from a town in Italy called Taranto. People there thought that the local wolf spiders were biting people. They thought the bites caused a disease called tarantism. Tarantism caused people to shake uncontrollably. People thought that the only cure for tarantism was to dance a wild dance they called the tarantella. The name tarantula came to be used for large, hairy spiders found in other parts of the world. What tarantulas eat? Tarantulas eat almost anything they can catch. They eat beetles, grasshoppers, locusts, other spiders, and small animals. They usually hunt at night. The tarantula has a special way of eating. First, it injects venom or poison into the animal. The poison makes the animal unable to move. The poison also breaks down the animal's insides into a liquid form. A tarantula's mouth works like a straw. It sucks up the liquid. The shell of the animal is all that is left. How tarantulas protect themselves. Tarantulas are shy. They usually run away if they are attacked or threatened. If they can't run away, they may lift their front legs in the air and make a hissing sound to scare off the attackers. They may slap at the attackers with their front legs. Some tarantulas have hairs that are barbed or have hooks on the ends. They will use their legs to kick these hairs at an enemy's face. The hairs stick in the skin or in the eyes of the enemy and cause irritation. This makes the enemy leave quickly. If tarantulas can't run away or make the enemy run away, they may bite. A tarantula bite is not deadly to humans, but it can be very painful. A tarantula can make itself look even more frightening by raising its front legs. Tarantula burrow. Entrance, silk mat, tarantula inside the burrow. Where tarantulas live. Tarantulas live in many different types of nests. Many tarantulas live in burrows or holes in the ground. Some burrows can be more than 3 feet deep. A tarantula may dig its burrow itself, or it may use an old rabbit burrow. Tarantulas make their homes in other holes as well. A tarantula may find a safe hole under a log or a rock. It may make its home in the loose bark of a tree trunk, or it may find a cozy spot between tree roots. Sometimes a tarantula creates a mat of silk around the entrance or opening of its hole. This mat moves when an insect walks on it. The tarantula can feel the movement. Out it comes to grab its meal. Long live tarantulas! Female tarantulas are the longest living spiders in the world. They can live for 30 to 40 years. Male tarantulas live for only about 1 year after they become adults. Spider lovers like to keep female tarantulas as pets because females live for such a long time. Molting. Tarantulas do not have skeletons like people do. A person has a skeleton inside his or her body. A tarantula's skeleton is outside its body. This outside skeleton is called an exoskeleton. The exoskeleton is like a shell. It covers the tarantula's body and protects it. The exoskeleton does not grow. So, when a tarantula gets bigger, it must grow a new soft exoskeleton underneath its hard outer exoskeleton. Then it molts or sheds its exoskeleton. A tarantula goes through a few steps when it is ready to molt. First, it spins a silk mat on the ground. Then, it lies on the mat and flips onto its back with its legs in the air. This is a dangerous time for the tarantula. Other insects and animals can attack it. The exoskeleton splits open and the tarantula wriggles out of it. The new exoskeleton is still soft, so the tarantula has to wait for it to harden before the spider is safe again. A tarantula can molt more than 20 times in its lifetime. A tarantula can grow more than just a new exoskeleton. If a tarantula loses its leg, it can grow a new one during the molt. It can take 2 to 12 hours for a tarantula to shed its old exoskeleton. Life cycle of a tarantula. We see an adult, eggs in an egg sac, and a spiderling. Life cycle of a tarantula. Like all spiders, tarantulas go through a life cycle. A tarantula goes through 3 stages or changes during its life cycle. It grows from an egg into a young spider or spiderling into an adult. A tarantula begins as a tiny egg. A female tarantula lays from 100 to 1,000 eggs at a time. She lays the eggs in an egg sac. The mother tarantula guards the egg sac in her burrow. The egg sac protects the eggs from weather and predators or other animals that might want to eat them. The eggs hatch in 45 to 60 days. Tiny spiderlings come out. Most spiderlings stay in the burrow for about 2 weeks after they hatch. A spiderling molts once or twice before it leaves the burrow. Then it molts several more times during its first year. Most tarantula spiderlings take 2 to 5 years to become adults, but some can take 10 years. Finally, the spiderlings become adults and can have babies of their own. The life cycle begins all over again.